The genocide and systematic exploitation of the Congolese people directly funds the genocide of the Palestinian people. This is what we mean when we say we are not free until we are all free. Our oppressions are interlinked, and the connection is this man right here. Dan Gertler is an Israeli billionaire and a mining magnate based out of the DRC. Now, Gertler came to the DRC in the late 90s, and using his influence as the heir to an Israeli diamond trading company, he became a quick ally of Laurent and Joseph Kabila, the father and son duo who made up two of the former DRC presidents. When civil war risked the Kabila's power, Gertler promised millions of dollars and access to arms, which would later be used in the slaughter of Congolese civilians, in exchange for a monopoly over the country's diamond market. Using offshore affiliate companies, Gertler bought up many of the country's mining assets that were so underpriced that it actually cost the country billions of dollars to do these deals. These mining ventures included diamonds, cobalt, iron ore, copper, and many more natural resources. They were also linked to various human rights abuses, including forced evictions, massive amounts of child labor, dangerously unsafe working conditions, environmental degradation, and it contributed to the depletion of the natural resources available for the Congolese people's use, and also withheld the financial benefit of all of those sales because it all went to Gertler. Now, Gertler was also responsible for facilitating deals with multinational corporations for mining rights and licenses, which he would take a cut of the profits from for himself. One of these ventures was with a Swiss Anglo company called Glencore. Glencore's primary interest in the DRC was cobalt. Gertler worked directly with Glencore to ensure their licensure and has been accused of and sanctioned for bribing public officials with millions of dollars to ensure that deal. And of course, in doing so, he secured hefty royalties for himself, making over $250,000 per day in royalties from sales associated with Glencore's mining. Now, there are two very significant things that happen at this point that tie us back to the genocide of the Palestinian people. First, Glencore gets its massive mineral deposits of cobalt and coal. Cobalt, which is used for cell phones, electric car batteries, but also for military-grade weapons and fighter jets. And massive stockpiles of coal, which is used to fuel Israeli infrastructure and to power illegal settlements. Nearly 22% of Israel's power supply comes from Glencore coal. Secondly, Dan Gertler gets his royalties, which are then funneled into two Canadian companies, Green Park and Green Mount, which are responsible for building illegal settlements in the West Bank. We really, truly do mean it when we say our struggles are interconnected, because Israel fully relies on the exploitation of the Congolese people to fund and facilitate its genocide of the Palestinian people in Gaza and the West Bank.